Hello, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me here on Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. All right, guys, so before we get into what we're going to talk about today, if you want a one-on-one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com, or you can send me a text message at 647-406-3057. If you want to call, just send a text to that number and just let me know that you want to talk about your narcissistic experience, and then you can call, and then I'll be more than happy to give you some help, give you some advice, and help you to get the help that you need, and then we will get you on a track to getting better, okay? Perfect. So, guys, we need to talk. And when I say talk, I mean we need to talk. What we are going to talk about today is the narcissist is a bully. This was actually recommended to me from one of my viewers to do a video on this. And yeah, we're going to do a video on this. The narcissist is a bully. So if you've been watching my channel for quite some time, then you must know and you can understand now and wrap your head around the fact that the narcissists, they don't see good in anything. All they want to do is just go through life and cause chaos, confusion, and control, which is something I mention on my channel on almost every video I create and post for you guys. Having said that, when it comes down to bullying, we also have to understand, though, what defines bullying. What is a bully? Now, the dictionary, and I looked it up in the dictionary myself before I made this video for you guys. What the definition of a bully is somebody who habitually seeks to harm or intimidate somebody who they perceive as vulnerable. And so the narcissist, they perceive you, the fact that you're an empath, the fact that you're such an amazing person, you're beautiful, you have so many good attributes about yourself. The narcissist sees that as weak. The fact that you're such a good person, the narcissist sees that as a weakness. And the reason why the narcissist sees this as a weakness is because they themselves know that they are not a good person. They of themselves know that they can't be what you are. And so what the narcissist needs to do is they need to then figure out a way to get what they want from you so that they can make you an extension of them, a bad person. And so that in and of itself is bullying, because what it is that the narcissist is trying to take something away from you that is not theirs, and they want to give you, they want to then give you themselves, which is an empty person, which is absolutely nothing. Now, when it comes to bullying, guys, bullying, it's there's a lot to say about bullying, just because a lot of the times, it's really difficult, to understand, because everybody is very different. We're all very different. What one person looks at as bullying, another person doesn't look at as bullying. But you can sort of see, what is bullying, and bullying essentially, when we're talking about narcissism and bullying, the narcissists, they're not happy people like me and you are. And usually most bullies come from families where there was a lot of gossip, a lot of put downs, a lot of the parents always arguing all the time, or one parent being the dominant to, dominate the other parent, and try to control everything. That's what we think of when we think of bullying. Now, when we're talking about narcissism, some of the ways that the narcissist bullies people is, one, they manipulate. So when we talk about manipulation, and I made a video on that, you should go and watch it. It's one of my first videos that I created. The narcissist manipulates, and how they manipulate people is they twist the narrative of what the truth actually is. So they want to take away the truth, and they want to replace the truth with a lie. And as a result, now that lie is actually a truth inside their mind. But you know that it's actually the truth, and you know what the truth is. But the narcissists, they don't like truth. They don't like to be confronted with the truth. So that's why narcissists, they hate people who love the truth. And the reason why they hate these people is because they know that those people who walk in the truth, those people can expose them for who they are. And so that's another reason why the narcissists, They do what's called a smear campaign, which is when they go around to everybody you know or people that you guys know together, and they just go tell flat out lies about you, or they twist the truth, they manipulate the truth to suit their own narrative. They do this because they know that once you figure out who they are, that you can actually destroy their life with the truth. But see, they need to beat you to it first. And that's why they go around and do the smear campaign way before you know what a smear campaign is, so that you can't defend yourself, and so that they can get all these people on their side and maybe make them flying monkeys. You know, enablers, people who will do the work for the narcissist, people who will go and spy on you and stalk you and ask you very strange and probing questions about you to try and get stuff from you to then report back to the narcissist. And so when it comes down to bullying, guys, you know, when it comes down to bullying, when it comes down to narcissism, another way that narcissist bullies is they gaslight people. So what they do is they what they want to do when they gaslight is they want to make your sense of reality not what it actually is. And so again, similar to manipulation, but it's a little different in the sense that what they're doing is that they're not taking accountability. They're avoiding accountability, and they're trying to make you start to question yourself. And many times you do start to question yourself, and then at the end of it, what you end up doing is being the one that apologizes, because now the narcissist has either given you the silent treatment, or they've threatened you in some way, or they've said something more that made you scared, and now you have to apologize. And now the narcissist knows that they have you. They know that they can control you. That's why narcissists thrive off of chaos, confusion, and control. And that's their bullying. Chaos, confusion, and control. Right? So another way that narcissists bully people is they triangulate. Now, what is triangulation? Most of us have heard this, and I actually made a video on what triangulation is, so you can watch it if you're new to my channel. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. When it comes down to triangulation is when the narcissist is bringing another person into the mix, into your relationship, and they are trying to make you guys compete. They're trying to make you compete because they see that person as better than you. And what they do is they confuse you, because what happens when they triangulate is some of the times the person that they're triangulating you with, maybe they don't even exist. And sometimes that person does exist. And they can triangulate with you with anybody. They can triangulate you with the waitstaff if you're at a restaurant, if you're eating out. They could triangulate you with if a pastor or somebody when you're at church, or they could triangulate you with that guy next door or that woman next door. They could triangulate you with anybody, literally anybody. And so they do this because they want you to compete, and they want to control you. They do it as a matter of controlling, because narcissists, they don't like when they're not able to control people. When they can't control people, this is when their true self shows. This is when the mask falls off. This is when you see the true person that they are, the true evil darkness of who they are, when their mask comes off. And that's when they lose control of people. Right? And so that's another way that they bully people into submission, right? Because when you don't show the narcissist that they mean anything to you, when you make them not feel needed, then they need to bring somebody else into the picture. Sometimes they'll even talk about that person right in front of you. They'll say, there was this person that gave me a compliment today, or that person, did this for me. And then you're scratching your head like, wait, I do those things for you all the time. And you always say thank you. And then I always say you're welcome. And so what they want to do there is they want to gaslight you, but then they also want you to compete. They want to draw you back into their web of manipulation to control you, right? So another way that the narcissist bullies people is by financial abuse. This is a big one. And I actually made a video on this. Go and watch it if you can. Financial abuse, guys, oh my goodness. This is something that I wouldn't wish for anybody to have to deal with. But unfortunately, I've been through it, and many of us survivors and people who have experienced narcissistic abuse, they've been through it as well. Financial abuse is essentially when the narcissist, what they're doing is they are squirreling away their money. If they work or if they get money, they're squirreling away their money, and they're making you spend away your money so that they can then say there's no more money. but really they have money saved up and they're hiding it from you. And they do this as a matter of control because narcissists believe that they don't owe anyone anything, that they don't need to do anything for anyone. And so once all your financial resources dry up, that's one of the other ways, that's one of the other times when the narcissist usually discards people, when they throw them away, or they go on to another love interest or person, new supply, whatever. So that's another way the narcissist controls you with money, right? Sometimes they'll even start telling you where to spend your money, how much money to spend. They'll even ask you, how much did this cost? How much did that cost? See, you will never win with a narcissist, right? You will never win because the thing about narcissists is that they're never satisfied. They can't be satisfied with just having something and being grateful. They need everything. And once they get everything, they don't want anything. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, Mick. It sounds very crazy, right? The fact that you give somebody something that they asked for and then they don't want it, right? It's sort of like a little toddler or a little petulant child. When you give them something and then they say, they play with it for 2 minutes and then they throw it away and then they say, I want this or I want that or I want this one. That's essentially the narcissist in a nutshell, right? Another way that the narcissist bullies people is they put their hand, and this is the malignant narcissist we're talking about here. They will actually physically put their hands on you, like physically attack you if they're a malignant narcissist. And so when it comes down to it, you guys, when it comes down to the malignant narcissist, I always say this, guys, make sure that you're very careful. Make sure that when it comes down to it, if you find out that you're dealing, and I made a video on the malignant narcissist, go watch it if it's your first time here. If you're dealing with a malignant narcissist, this person is very violent and very dangerous, and they can actually kill you if they get the chance to. They will kill you if they get the chance to. And so they will, another way they bully you is they physically put their hands on you. So if you say no to them or you deny them something, let's say sex or something, you deny them money, you say, no, I'm not giving you the money because I already paid the bills for this month. And then then they ask you and you say no, then they'll physically attack, or they might even just threaten you and say, if you don't do this or else, or I will kill you. Do this or I will lie I'll lie to you and I'll lie to everybody about how you did this or that or this or that. See, narcissists, they're very nasty people. They're very dangerous people. They don't care about anyone. They don't want to see people happy. Another way the narcissist bullies people is, let's say that something really good happened for you. You got a promotion, or, you became the head of some department of some sort, or, you got a new job. Or it could be you're just celebrating a birthday, something special, a special milestone in your life. Maybe you just had a child. I don't know what milestones you have, but when those things happen, another way the narcissist bullies, let's say that you just had a child, right? The narcissist, many times, they're not even going to be in the room when the baby's born. Many times what they're going to do is they're going to, and when you guys do have that child, they'll try to control where the baby goes, who the baby goes to. They'll alienate. They'll do parental alienation. They will take the child and then they will go somewhere far away from. They'll probably disappear, like abandon. Or they might take the child and then say, you have to do this or that before you can see the child. See, they create confusion, right? They love control. They love to control people. This is why we tell you guys that when you find out that you're dealing with the narcissist, when you get the smallest sniff that you're dealing with the narcissist, you need to run away as fast as you can. When you see any of these signs that I've been talking about in my videos, I think this is my 47th video or something like that, you need to get away from these people, because these people do not change. They know exactly what they're doing. When the narcissist is bullying you, they know that they are bullying you. I'm just telling you guys that flat out. It's not like they have a guilty conscience. They're saying, oh, I feel guilty. I feel bad that, I'm hurting this person. You know what I mean? No, narcissists, they know what they're doing. They're like Satan. You know what I mean? They're like pure evil. They're like the devil. They're like Satan in human form, right? They know exactly what they're doing when they're bullying people. And so this is why we say you need to get as far away from these people as fast as you can, especially when they're demanding stuff from you, when they start threatening you in other ways like that. You need to get away from these people, because they will continue to abuse you. The abuse will continue to get worse. That's why some people will ask me, Paul, why does the narcissist if could I have done more? Could I have stayed in the relationship longer? Could I have done more for them? The answer to those questions should all be no, because if like I said in one of my other videos, the longer you stayed with the narcissist was the longer and more time that you were going to give them to abuse you more and more and more and more. And you probably wouldn't have made it out of that relationship or marriage or whatever if you had stayed longer, because they could have potentially killed you. Because people don't realize that narcissism, it's very dangerous. You know what I mean? It can actually take a toll on your health. It can destroy your health. You know what I mean? They not just physically when they hurt you, not talking about the malignant narcissist. I'm just saying that, you can develop mental health issues. You can develop serious health concerns like stomach issues and heart problems and, problems with your body. You can't function the way you used to. You can't play sports anymore if you're into sports. You can't work as hard as you did before. You develop many, many different things the longer you stayed with them, right? Because it's almost like being under a spell. You know what I mean? It's like they have you under a spell. I'm not sure if you guys watched the movie Get Out. You know what I mean, with Chris Washington and the Armitage family, and when the mom hypnotized him into the sunken place. That's essentially what it is, guys. And I'm sorry if I'm scaring anyone. That's what it is. It's almost like when Missy when was stirring the cup, and then when she was stirring the tea, she told him to sink in the floor, and then he sunk into the floor, and then now he's in the sunken place, and he doesn't realize how the heck he got there, right? It's the same with the narcissistic abuse, right? It's almost like they're putting you in the sunken place, right? But this is what's called the narcissistic fog, or the trauma bond, where they know that they have you now, and now that they have you, they can toy with you as much as they can. They can manipulate you, gaslight you, blame shift you, stonewall you. They can give you the silent treatment for as long as they can. They can financially abuse you. They can spiritually abuse you, emotionally abuse you, physically abuse you if they're a malignant narcissist. Like, they can do a manner of things to you guys if you guys are not careful, right? So you have to understand, that, where this bullying is coming from. It's not coming from a place of they're bullying you because, there's something wrong with you, or because you did something wrong to them, because you didn't do anything to them. They're bullying you because you are such an amazing person. You're being yourself, right? And narcissists don't like what you need to understand about narcissists is that these aren't normal people. They are not normal. They're not like a normal toxic person who knows they have a problem and they go and get help and blah, 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 blah. No, narcissists are not normal people. These people are like the devil in human form. They will destroy people and will be happy that they destroy people. That's why, let's say that you told the narcissist something bad happened for you. Let's say that you told them that, you got into a car accident, or you failed an exam, or, I don't know, something, whatever, or you're sick. That's another thing. If you're sick, the narcissist will probably smirk at you, give you that smirk I showed you guys. That smirk the smirk that they give you guys, right? They will give you that smirk, and they do that because they want to control you, and also to show you that how much hatred they have for you. Because the narcissist, deep down inside, they hate you. They hate you because you're a better person than they are, right? Because narcissists, they are not, like I said at the beginning of my video, they're not good people. They know that they're not good people. That's why they go around abusing and destroying other people's lives, because they know that they're not good people and they can't get help. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're a person who casts demons out of people. I don't care, because even if you do that, that's only temporary, and the narcissist will go back to their nasty ways again and again and again and again. The more that those demons are cast out of them, they're going to get worse and worse and worse. It's almost like trying to fix a car that's many years old or has, I don't know, 800,000 kilometers on it. When you try and fix it, the more you try and fix it, the more the thing's going to break down, right? Because it's lived out its life. So the narcissist, when it becomes the aging narcissist, it's far gone. It's not you don't want to be around the aging narcissist. And I made a video on the aging narcissist. Go watch that as well. So guys, I'm just telling you, narcissistic abuse is a very dangerous thing. It's like being bullied by the devil. It's like the devil, Satan himself in human form, bullying people, right? So I'm just telling you guys, just be careful, right? Be careful with bullying. You know what I mean? And I would say this, guys, do the best you can to be nice to people. You know what I mean? Don't be mean to people. Don't put people down, because you never know what people are going through. You never know, what demons people have working inside of them, because it's happened before. It happens more than you guys think, where some innocent child is bullied or something like that. And then, the kid comes back to school with a gun and shoots the kid that was bullying them. Like, it can get very, very dangerous and serious. So I'm just saying, guys, just be nice to people. Treat others the way you want to be treated, right? Don't make any assumptions about people. Do the best you can to be nice. One way I found to be nice to people is to ask them their name. You'd be surprised at the amount of times that if you ask somebody their name, what difference that can make for somebody. Because what I found is that people love to talk about themselves, right? And when you ask somebody their name, and you introduce yourself, and now you guys are talking, you would end up finding out that you guys have similarities, because we're all human beings. We all have something in common with each other, right? Because we're all human beings, right? So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to say. These are the ways that the narcissist bullies you. Like I said, if you find out that you're being bullied by a narcissist, definitely run away, definitely get out. You know what I mean? Run as far away from them as you can. I would definitely say when the narcissist is gone, get as much stuff as you can out of that place you're living in them with, and then don't go back there. Don't ever go back there again, because you don't want to be in the vicinity of a narcissist. It can destroy your health. It can destroy your mental state. It can kill you. It's not healthy. It's like being in a relationship with the devil, with Satan himself. Satan will actually kill you if he gets the chance to. All right, guys? So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today on Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. Like I said, if you want a one-on-one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com, or you can send me a text message at 647-406-3057. And if you want to call, just send a text to that number and just let me know that you want to talk about your narcissistic abusive situation, and I'd be more than happy to give you the help that you need, give you the advice you need, and then we can get you going. All right, so thank you so much for joining me here again. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.